Hey soul family, how are you? I'm sitting out in my little garden underneath my prayer flags. Here, I'll show you. It's pretty pretty under here. It's my prayer flags and my garden, my fairy garden, and it's a pretty cool place to be. And I guess you're up a little high. My hair's not done because I had it up. It was hot today. I had it up in a freaking knot. So this morning I shared a post. I'm probably going to have to do a video now and share it on YouTube because your guys aren't going to understand what I'm talking about. But I had some epiphanies and clarification as to the guardian angel, the Archangel that I've been working with and who's been with me since I was a little girl. And it was really emotional for me, really emotional. And I shared it as I was having it happen, and so I was crying. It was hard for me to speak. And a very well-meaning friend wrote to me privately after hearing it or seeing it, I guess. It's not gonna stay. And said to me something that I'm sure a lot of people feel or have felt, have been raised to believe, that it isn't appropriate to express such emotion. The person said, get it together. There are people that come to you as a spiritual teacher because they're going through a lot, they're very emotional, and they need your support, and they need you to be strong. You got this, or something to the words of that effect. It's not gonna go. And I said, I disagree. And I'll tell you why. And I said, I have no problem showing who I am. This is who I am, and I have no problem expressing my emotions. And I don't feel ashamed or embarrassed or lesser than in doing so. There are too many people that try to pretend that they have it all together and that they aren't affected and that they're just, let's suffice it to say, I think it's pretty clear that I'm a pretty fucking strong person. I don't have any family. I've done what I've done on my own with the help of my team and myself. And I'm pretty self-sufficient, and I'm a very, very strong, determined, independent person. And I've been through a lot, and recently I've been expressing emotion in posts, right? I've said that sometimes it's extremely overwhelming for sensitive people to deal with the sadness and the upset that's out there in the world, and it's hard for us to constantly have other people dump their stuff on us. I do it all day long. It's what I do for my work. I'm a relationship spiritual teacher counselor, right? And so sometimes it's overwhelming. And I'm not embarrassed to say that. There's nothing wrong with that. When I first began my page years ago, I held it together. I never swore. I acted, I had a certain way that I felt like I was supposed to behave. And then I started thinking about it, and I thought, that's so unapproachable, because I don't want to sit there and listen to somebody breathe fire and damnation from a pulpit. It's like a preacher. You know, I don't want somebody to be up on the platform and acting like they've got it all together and everything's, you know, so wonderful in their life, and which would make me feel like I don't have it together. Or it would be, and I don't have that kind of energy, but I don't want to be around somebody who makes me feel that way. And I certainly wouldn't go to them. I don't know what to do. My hair's driving me crazy. Okay, Spirit goes, just leave it. So to me, I decided to switch it up, and I did some things on purpose a few times. I was shocking in the way that I spoke, and I swore, and people were kind of like, at first they were taken aback, but then I started getting people contacting me saying, you know, I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that you're just real, and that you're not putting on a facade, and that's who you are, and still you're dealing with it. you know, you fall down, you get back up, and you keep moving. Just because I'm a spiritual guide and I'm very connected, and Spirit uses me as a teacher, doesn't mean that I'm above anybody else and that I don't feel what other people feel and that I don't go through what other people go through, because I certainly do. And that's what I was trying to say the other day. You know, don't think that I'm not Jesus walking, right? I mean, that guy was the Son of God, if you believe in him. And yes, I'm the daughter of God, but I'm a human being with human emotions and needs and sadness and fear and worry and anger and frustration, just like everybody else. So if somebody like you can go through something and experience something and still get up and get through it and see the positive and move forward and deal with it and just, you know, okay, it's one more day, here we go, right? Sometimes Spirit gives us just enough for us to be able to make it one more day. And that's just the way it is sometimes. And so I'm not going to hide my expression and my emotions. And when I feel and find something that moves me so deeply like that, I was compelled to share it. Now, for some people, that's uncomfortable for them. They're not used to that, and they don't know what to say. And nothing's expected to be said. It was to express my overwhelming gratitude and the depth of emotion that I was feeling, knowing that since I was a little girl, Archangel Uriel's been with me, and to have it shown to me, and you know, sometimes things are strung together and all of a sudden they make sense. And silver, it was always for me, silver, what's with silver, it's always silver, you know, I'm drawn to this. And then whenever the general thing is to invoke the violet flame, that's a very typical spiritual thing to hear, right? Invoke the violet flame. But to invoke the silver flame was not. And to find out that it's Archangel Uriel is connected to the silver flame, and the fact that day that I was compelled to put the mark right here on I had it actually right here. And somebody said to me, very beautiful, but try next time putting a little higher. Like you didn't do it quite right. And I said, no, I was guided to put it right there. And to find, and I didn't know why, but I did it. So to find that this is your third eye here, this is your fourth eye. It's different. It's between your eyebrows. And so I didn't put it in the wrong place. I didn't put it in the place that you put it, because you were doing it for a different reason than I was. So my purpose was, you know, don't tell somebody how to live their life. Don't tell somebody how they're taught. Don't tell somebody that they're doing it wrong. You have no idea what their guidance is, right? You don't know why they're doing what they're doing. And to me, it was pretty. I thought it was beautiful. And I was wearing a hat. And if I'd had it up here, I wouldn't have been able to see it. I wanted to see it. It's kind of like my tattoo. I have a giant mermaid tattoo on my stomach. And my mom said, well, that's a stupid place to put it. Why, like, when you get older, it's just going to get all baggy and saggy. And I said, well, who's going to be looking at it? Me. And then somebody else goes, well, don't you want to put it on your back? Everybody put like a tramp stamp, right? Everybody puts them on their back. And I said, no, I want to put it where I can see it, where I can enjoy it. It's for me. I didn't get it for you. I didn't get it for other people. I got it for me. It represents me, right? Except she's got the ass and the arms that I want, right? Other than that, she's me. It's literally a picture of me. So sometimes people do things differently than you do things. It doesn't make it wrong. It makes it, that's how they do it. And there may be a reason that they're doing it. So, I mean, I'm not saying this to, you know, embarrass my friend that said, because in all truth, her intention was very good, right? She's always been very supportive of me and wants to help promote my business. And I said, look, I don't have any problem getting clients. I have no problem getting clients. I do very well. And I feel, like I said, I want to be approachable and I want to be real, and I'm not fake. And that's the problem in this world, is that so many people are afraid that if they're shown to be vulnerable or weak, there's something wrong. Weak, see, that's wrong. Vulnerable or emotional, that they're weak. But they're not. They're actually very powerful. I have a friend right now who's really going through it. He's super sensitive and really, really going through it, and has been trying to help others. And because he's such a super sensitive, the energy has affected him and has brought him down. and it's literally become toxic. Instead of trying to help and lift them both up, now it's like you don't go into a mud puddle to clean off a white horse, right? The white horse has to come out of the mud puddle, and then you can help them. But don't go in after them, because you go in and then you become what they are. And that's what's going on, and it's a terrible situation. And then the person feels like, you know, oh, as a man, I shouldn't be feeling this way. I shouldn't be feeling so. Well, who says? Another friend of mine, very sensitive person, and they made a comment about something, and I said, oh, you're a softie, and they said, I am, and I said, good. The world needs more sensitive people. But anyway, I'm not going to belabor the point. I hate my hair right now. I should have just put it in a ponytail. I just thought I was going to address that situation. So if any of you saw my post and you felt that it was too emotional and it made you uncomfortable, then it wasn't for you. But it was for the ones who needed to see it, and maybe you misunderstood it. And it wasn't that I was falling apart or, you know, needing help at that time. I was crying from the depths of my emotion of such gratitude, and I was so blessed. And I saw so many things in my life that were all kind of fitting together, and it made sense to me. And that was amazing. And I loved it, and I wanted to share it. Little hummingbird flying around. Oh, it's sitting on a branch. Wonder if you can see it. Okay, just watch. It's just sitting there listening. It flew up and then it's just sitting there. Oh, it's so sweet. I'll get up and then you can see where it is. You probably don't even notice it. Hello, pretty little thing. See? So cool. Anyway, that was it. That was all I wanted to share. Woo! I wanted to address it. So if I made you feel uncomfortable, I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. Maybe now you'll understand and you won't feel uncomfortable. Okay? Hope you're having a good day.